It's not even noon. You already drinking? Slow down on that.
You want one?
No. What's wrong?
Would you be mad if I ran for CEO?
First you vote Dad out, now you want to take his job? It's a little messy, don't you think?
After all the wrong he's done to me throughout my life, he deserves the worst.
And that was just a tiny taste of the drama in store for fans of Empire. Fox's runaway ratings hit returns from hiatus this March 30th, and some of us say not a moment too soon. Here to talk all things Empire is actor and singer Jussie Smollett, who plays fan favorite Jamal Lyon. Welcome.
How are you?
Jussie, so great to have you here. So in that last episode, we saw family conflict, surprise guest stars, board meeting go haywire. Can you give us any indication of what's in store for Jamal this season?
Yeah, without giving away too much, I keep saying this. I love the fact that we are getting back to the family, you know, and in a way, in the first part of the second season that aired earlier last year, we really saw this family kind of break up, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they needed to do that so that now what we're going to see in these last episodes of this second season is they're really coming back together, you know. And
that's
it's
so nice.
Yeah, because it's really time that Lucius and Cookie somehow find a way to put their differences aside to try to fix their family, because we're so broken.
Yeah, and
you know?
part of what makes the show so fun to watch, though, is how these allegiances are constantly shifting, right?
Yeah.
Like you're together, then you're broken up, and then everyone's, you know, happy, then they're miserable. And so do you think that there is in store for the Lyons family some lasting harmony?
It's short lasting. You know, in many ways, at the end of the day, that's what's so great about as a fan, not as a cast member, but as a fan, one of my favorite things about the show is the family element to it, you know, and the fact that families, obviously this is a much higher stakes environment, but families, as we all know, families fight and they have issues and then they move on because they're family, you know, and then they have a new set of issues and then they move on because they're family, and so on and so forth. So
you sound like you know what you're talking about. Do you come from a big family?
I mean, we certainly, I come from a very large family, six siblings, and the thing is that we obviously do not, we are very functioning. We are not dysfunctional like the Lyon family. But, you know, we have arguments and then we move on from it.
Right.
You know, I've never tried to take one of my siblings' companies or something like that. Or
takeover bid.
Yeah, I'm like, people aren't sleeping with each other's fiancés and, you know, things like that.
Good
Yeah, very good to know. But it's still a family, you know, and with any relationship, whether it's business or family, you know, you have your issues and then you find a way to clean that up and move on.
Absolutely. Now, music is such a big part of this show, right? Do you spend as much time in the studio as on the set?
Yeah, almost.
Almost?
Almost, because on my days off, Yaz and I, Yaz, who plays Hakeem, little brother Hakeem, we don't really have any days off because it's always something, you know, on our days off, well, that's the time that we go and we record in the studio, or I have dance rehearsal or something like that. So
and that part has been so well received. Do you ever see spinning off the music and going on tour with that separate?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm working on my album right now with Columbia Records, so it's awesome.
Oh, that's great. Do you consider yourself more a musician or an actor, or completely 50-50?
I get that question a lot. I consider myself an entertainer. It's not even 50-50 to me. It's just a part of entertainment, the same way that, you know, acting or songwriting or music or singing is. It's all a part of. And I come from the old school of my mom, who really raised us to idolize people like the Judy Garlands and the Harry Belafontes and Fred Astaire, people like that did it all.
They did everything. You're a triple threat, right?
I mean, try.
Yeah. So what are some of the fan reactions that you've had that have been the most satisfying to you?
There's been a lot. You know, the fans of the show and the viewers are just so, when I say to them on like Twitter or something that I love them, I genuinely mean that, because the amount of letters that I get, the amount of people that I get that come up and say that somehow, you know, and it's the thing is that it's everyone. It's all walks of life. It's gay people, it's bisexual people, it's heterosexual people, it's black people, white people, Latino, Asian. It's everybody comes in because we've all felt misunderstood at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can identify with that.
A fan who came to you at one point who said watching the show has made him understand his son better?
Yeah, a father came up to me and said that. A young woman came up to me and told me that she was about to, this was the thing that affected me the most. She said that she was about to take her life. And that day she saw my interview, and she had never seen Empire before, and she saw my interview with Ellen. and then that made her go and binge watch Empire, and then but she's still here, you know. So it's really to hear that somehow a piece of art, a piece of entertainment can have that effect on somebody. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
That's beautiful.
To you, what is the core of Jamal's character? Is it about his conflict with his dad? I mean, now he has one going with his mom. What's at the core? What drives him?
Well, he's actually made up with Cookie. He's actually made up with Cookie. You know what's funny is that the core of, not funny, but the core of Jamal is his heart. You know what I'm saying? And his music is his heart. So, but his family is his heart. And I can identify with his loyalty in that sense. But it's cool because when we first come back with Jamal, he's completely fine with Cookie. And some turns taken, he, you know, kind of start to mess up his relationship with Lucius again.
Right, right.
You know?
Well, we had the creator here a little while ago, and he had a...
Danny or Lee?
Danny.
Yeah.
And he had a contentious relationship with his own father. And I wonder if in some ways, I don't know, I'm guessing, whether he wrote the character of Jamal a little bit to reflect that.
You know, I think that the character is definitely based on Lee Daniels, but Lee and Danny have their own stories that they so beautifully weave into the show, you know, and it's in such an honest way that it's really, really beautiful. And to sit down with them, because I genuinely consider them friends, you know. So I was just talking to Danny this morning. I'm like, oh, we have to meet up for dinner tonight. So, but they are so honest as we are expected to be as actors. They are that honest with the writing. So for that, it's great.
So are you having the time of your life on the show?
I'm having the time of my life. I am tired all the time, but it's the most beautiful exhaustion of my life. I'm just happy.
You can see it. I love hearing the way you watch the show, that you watch the show with the fans on social media.
Yeah, I never watch it before. I never watch it before because this is the thing that I want people to know. Like, I am a cast member on this show. I'm an employee of this show, but I'm genuinely a fan and a viewer of the show as well. So when I'm tweeting and I'm like, oh, hell no, Lucius, oh, you did that, oh, boo-boo kitty, I really am genuinely excited just like everyone else. And then I have to go and rewatch it after I live tweet it because, you know, I want to see it again.
I love it. And you know what's happening, but
yeah, I do. I mean, I know, but then, you know, after the edit and after you see these amazing actors that maybe I wasn't in that scene and I get to see something that, I don't know, that Terrence and Taraji do together, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Jussie, what a pleasure having you on today. We wish you all the continued success.
Thank you so much. Same to you. Thank you.